Hi, my name is Oliver, and this is Create Something with Onramp. So today's question we're going to answer is, should you go with Amazon lending if you're an e-commerce seller? So let's kind of open it up with what is Amazon lending. So if you are a newer Amazon seller, you'll kind of start to know as you're growing your business that it gets kind of expensive to grow. You start to not be able to use the profits from your current product line to kind of fund the next line of restocks for your future products to kind of stay in stock on Amazon. You'll quickly realize that, oh, hey, if I wait for profits to come in, when I finally have enough money to manufacture new products, I'll run out of stock before I even get this second batch kind of back into Amazon's warehouse and back in circulation, which kind of leads to a problem. It leads to a problem of funding. You kind of have to find other sources of funding to kind of fuel your restocking for your business, especially when it's just starting and especially as it grows bigger and bigger. So most sellers, what they do is when they are no longer able to fund their restocks with their business, they have to get funding from other places like their job, maybe they're using a bunch of credit cards, maybe they're getting loans from friends and family. But eventually that won't be enough to grow their business. And it reaches a point where the restocking fees just get way too high and you're gonna have to pay way too much money to restock, and all these kind of existing kind of pools of cash just won't really work out anymore. If you also want to kind of look into traditional sources of getting a loan, say a bank, you'll quickly realize that banks do not loan to e-commerce sellers. They do not care about internet businesses. They will never lend to you. Just go into any bank and try to get a loan for your e-commerce business. They won't give it to you. So anyways, this is a problem. So you have tons of e-commerce sellers and they need money to fund their restock and they don't have any money. So Amazon realized this, and because of it, they created Amazon Lending. And it's a very simple thing. Their sellers need money. So instead of basing it on their credit reports or things like that, they base it on their sales to qualify you for money you can have to help restock your business so you don't go out of stock. So they created this lending system to help fund their sellers to fund their restocks without going out of stock, and it seems like a good thing. But is it really a good thing? If you kind of peel back the layers of what Amazon Lending is offering and what they kind of ask for you, there's a couple of things you have to watch out for because they have a few aspects of their lending service which can catch you off guard. And if you're not prepared for them, then you'll get surprised by a few things you won't be happy about. When you are an Amazon seller and they reach out to you and they say, congratulations, you qualify for a loan from Amazon and you can use it to restock your products so you don't go out of stock. They give you an introductory rate for your first loan and it seems like a good rate. They go, oh wow, that's a good rate. I don't mind using that. However, the first loan they give you is the only loan you will ever get that rate. After that first loan, they will give you a new rate forever that is much higher than their introductory rate. So if you are trying to budget within their rates they give you and you don't want to spend that much money, the first rate is only good for your first loan, and then after that it goes up. But sadly, it gets worse from there. If you are to take a loan out from them at an introductory rate, and you need another one to restock your products again because you have to keep restocking your products on a continual basis, when Amazon gives you a second loan, they're not allowed to have two loans at once. So they use the second loan to pay off your first loan, and then they'll give you the remainder of that first paid off loan and give you the remainder as your second loan. So if you were to take out money, it might not be as much as you're expecting, which catches a lot of people off guard. And then on top of that, this new loan that they use to pay off your old one has the new rate. So if you get a higher rate on your second loan and you didn't finish paying off your first, now your new one has a higher rate and you're stuck with the higher rate even though you weren't intending to have that higher rate just yet. So it kind of is a 1-2 punch of, getting caught off guard by Amazon. Another thing to look out for is that Amazon loans can be very inflexible. So you sign up for a loan, they give you the rate, they give you the money, and then they give you 12 months to pay it off. That's the payoff schedule. And it's the same payoff every single month. So every month you have to pay back a certain amount, and after 12 months, you're done paying. This is fine. However, the e-commerce world is kind of tricky. Sometimes sales go up, sales go down. Your cash on hand is not as high one month as it is the next month because sales can be seasonal. Things can happen that kind of slow down your sales rate, like your products can get stuck at the port, your products can take longer to manufacture. There's delays everywhere, which can slow you down. And you might not have cash one month. And if you're working with Amazon Lending, they don't really care. They just want their money every single month. Another problem is that they have a promo deal for a lot of sellers that they say is really great, where, oh yeah, just sign up for a loan, and the first 3 months you only pay interest, and then after that you can continue normal payments, which sounds great because around 3 months you can kind of get your product shipped over, you kind of get things in motion again. However, they don't give you 12 months after those 3 months. They squeeze the remaining payments into the remaining 9 months of the 12 months. So now you're paying more interest overall, and you're paying higher interest per month on it. So it ends up being quite expensive to get this little benefit that they say is a benefit, but ends up being, a hindrance to you. So what does that do? What does that mean for you? So a lot of people are unhappy with Amazon lending and how they work and how inflexible it is and how the rates are changing, and it's very hard to predict for your business. So if Amazon is not really a great option for you, what other options are there? Well, there's new companies these days, such as Onramp Funding, who instead of fixing you on a fixed schedule and rates that are always changing and getting higher and higher, we fix you up on a fixed rate, and based on sales, we can determine whether how much you pay back. If it's a good sales month, you'll pay back more. If sales are slower, you pay back less until the entire cash advance is paid off. So flexibility is kind of something that e-commerce sellers need these days, and that's something that these newer companies like Onramp Funding can offer, is a way for Amazon sellers to fund their companies and also deal with the unpredictability of running an e-commerce business. So with all this about Amazon lending, should you go with it? You can if you want. However, with Amazon, it's not really about building a relationship or helping you grow your business. It's a service they provide. They give you the rates, they give you the payback schedule, and they don't really care about the success of your business or if it's slow one month or fast or growing the next. With a company like Onramp, we kind of understand more where you're at as a business. We understand that sales can go up and down and can help with the repayment schedule based on where your business at in any given moment of time, which helps sellers because today it's a lot harder to run an e-commerce business than it ever has been in the past. There's a lot more unpredictable nature to it. You need kind of consistency. You need to know what you're spending, what your rates are, and you need a flexible partner to help you manage cash and to help you kind of help grow your business. So if you've had any experience with Amazon lending, we'd like to hear about it. Please leave a comment below if you've ever dealt with them or used Amazon lending. We'd like to know more because we're always trying to see how we can help other Amazon sellers and other e-commerce sellers grow their business and work with them to help grow. And it's always good to know what people are going through out in the e-commerce world. Please subscribe and check our content. We're making content all the time for helping Amazon sellers and e-commerce owners grow their business. This is Create Something with Onramp.